Yeah, let's see whether that helps it. Turn on my webcam. Let's see whether that helps it. We are forced to stream a small stream, but that's okay. We'll be fine. And looks like the speed did help, so yep, I'm not gonna be in there. 你不好引人，不要了。Okay, it looks like Kwos going to get okay. Obviously, we're streaming from here. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to deal with a pretty shitty stream. But that's okay, no game sound either, but it's alright. We are on country swing. Looks like Kwos is gonna be top left, Gaoke bottom right. There's that drone there. I'm not sure about Kwos waited so long, like could have baited out that drone. I think he did want to bait out that drone, but it's a little bit late. Drone 4 minus each to 1 War Factory. Drone from Gaoke, sorry. Drone from Gaoke goes into that MCV, and I think Kwos's drone goes into the miner of Gaoke. Yeah, country swing first map. Not really a big fan of this this map. Too many miners right at the start, and it's pretty much a campfest right at the start. I like a lot of action, especially when we're going on forward. I don't know, man. In terms of Gaoke and Kwos have been on fire recently. He did beat Legend yesterday. I believe it was pretty tight. You got 7-5 in the end, and it was 5-5 at one point. Yeah, but it seems to be pretty okay. I mean, Kwos is Gaoke. Gaoke is a huge revenge player. Right? He's one of the better huge revenge players in the Chinese scene. So having that transition into RA2 is definitely something a lot different. But then again, we'll see how this goes. 8 minus to 8 currently. If you're looking on the right hand side of the screen, we are on the Rambo Play client, which is the newer Chinese client, which has a sick overlay. Can't stop loving it, can't stop talking about it. But I still do believe that the game isn't as quick as it seems. There's still a little bit of lag. Hearing this without the game sounds is pretty weird. That's fine. It's like Gaoke is slowly building towards the middle there. Triple wall straight out the bat. He's on 4 walls. Kwos is still on 2 walls here. Typical for the bottom player to move towards middle, but I think Kwos might try to contest middle here. Most of the fight on country swing does happen in the middle. I wonder who will make the first move here. Kwos on fire. Yeah, Kwos has been on fire. That dude is fucking nuts, man. No splits anywhere. This is original country swing as well. This is not the early country swing. If you look at the top right in the minimap there is no top left and bottom, top right and bottom left gems. So pure original. Yeah, I do know that. So Kwos on 4 walls, Gaoke on 5. 15 rounds to 12. Not the best ever. Sentry guns are there for Gaoke. For Kwos, sorry. Gaoke going in a little bit here. Kwos under tank, but he does have those Desos out. Dog fodder as well. Gaoke going all the way in. Kwos, I think, will definitely be able to win that. Too much sentry gun there, doing too much chip damage onto Gaoke's rhinos. Kwos still contesting for middle here. That Deso is still available for him. So you can definitely do a little bit of a laptop maneuver here. Probably force Gaoke to go one way and then force him to go into the radiation. While Deso's coming out here, Gaoke really good tank control. But the Deso's in the front line. Now the sentry gun coming out here. No splits either way. What's the fight happening down the middle here? Gaoke now tanking Kwos by 3 rhinos. Does the Desos make a difference? He backs away. The Desos do get deployed. And the Deso goes down, but a lot of Gaoke's rhinos are now a little bit chipped. Eco is doing okay here. Kwos with the better eco actually. Gaoke again getting radiated. I think at this stage, Kwos should just use the Desos to his advantage here and just chill around the back for a little bit. And let those Desos and sentry guns do the damage. Looks like the drone does come out to deal with that Deso either way. But look at Gaoke's rhinos there. A lot of them smoking. So Kwos might have an advantage here. He's out. Thank Gaoke going all the way in. Tank control's not even there. Gaoke, no! Gaoke, he overcommits to that push. That's gonna make Kwos and the lead here. Huge upper hand advantage there for Kwos, and Gaoke Even though he sold his MCV, not the best play there. The decimals do work out, and that's gonna be 1-0 to Kwos. I can get my score back out again here. Alright, let's go. Second game. Webcam off. I have my score as well. What's that thing there? Oh, that's in the game itself. That was right, human thread. True. Alright, second game on Tour of Egypt. Top left, bottom right, Kwos in red, Gaoke in purple. I think this is the CNCnet version of Tour. If I'm looking at the cliffs there, I do see enough space for a refinery. You don't need to kill any gold to place a refinery down there. So this is the updated version. What did the ocean say? Sure, nothing, it just waved. That's off. Why did the chicken cross the road? Answer me that, laptop. So moving on to tour here while we wait for laptop to reply to my amazing joke. I don't think any players are gonna move their MCVs here. Kwos is a serial builder. He knows he loves to spam those wool factories. I don't think Gaoke will move as well. Yeah, both players still inching a move there. The drone is out for Kwos first. Gaoke not making a drone? Oh. Interesting, not making a drone! He does drone Gaoke there. Except Kwos won the first round. What the fuck? Kwos was teal in the game. Yeah, he fixed it. Service depots are interesting that Gaoke did not go a drone, and Kwos is gonna go straight 0 here. Actually, I think he went 1 from the wall factory. He did go 1 from the wall factory. He's gonna go straight with Rhino. Say you can definitely snipe out that miner. That's damage. Gaoke didn't repair all the way through. You can obviously should sacrifice it. He should sacrifice. He could get that miner. Get the miner. Get the miner. No, it got blocked. It got blocked by the other miner. Oh my god. That miner got blocked by the other miner and it saved him. I didn't even know that was possible. That shot should have killed that miner that was on 1 tick of health. Cock block indeed. So 4 minutes each here. Gaoke now making a counter push after Kwos loses that miner. I think he might kill the gems here. Yep, there you go. Very, very typical Chinese gameplay there. Killing the gems so your opponent doesn't get it. And hitting the middle as well, which is the most dense part of the gems. So not that bad, not that bad. But Kwos definitely had an opportunity to kill a miner. That miner is still on low health. If Kwos can get another drone in, that would be almost an instant death for that miner. But both players are getting gems pretty comfortably. 5 miners each. But the difference here is that Kwos is on double wall. Gaoke is still on 1 single wall. Triple wall now for Kwos as Gaoke is still a wall factory behind. I think one of the when we think of Tour and we think of R2, the more of the what you call it, the more insane games was that Marko Woody game on Tour. Where they both went gear up, they both went tech, and then the constant icing to kill each other's IC, and then Marko with a 4-way split. Like, nuts. I don't think we're gonna be seeing any of that today. But there is definitely an opportunity for some insane gameplay here. There was a bit of intense engagement right at the start. But it still fails to be seen how this player will go with the Kwos still a wall factory ahead. Does Woody in Tour? Does Woody play in Tour? Yes. Wait, does he the fuck is that? Oh, go away, yeah. Woody played Marko on Tour a couple months ago, and that was one of the most entertaining games I've ever seen. Alright, so we've got 4 walls to 3 now. Gaoke's still a wall factory behind. Eco-wise though, Gaoke is doing a lot better than Kwos, obviously because of that wall factory advantage. And Kwos, did he mess up his build there? Maybe not. Yeah, he definitely did. He needed to build an extra rack there. Yeah, again, I don't think you need to kill the gems there at all to build a ref, I don't think. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know. Both players now heading for the gems. For the cliff, sorry. Two timers on top left. Gaoke has a sentry gun ready. Kwos is not. Oh, it looks like you do. I mean, to get that far up, you can probably place it one tile down to the bottom left or the southeastern side. 20 to 22 rhinos, both 10 dogs each. Gaoke making a hell of a move down to his bottom here. Pushing everything down to his bottom. Okay, so is out for Kwos. There is no split. I don't see any split anywhere, so everything's down towards the bottom here. Might Kwos be going for some shenanigan gameplay here? There is a lab out from Kwos. Gaoke needs to be aware of his tank control here. That tank control did mess him up right at the start, and that Deso play by Kwos on a country swing. Gaoke builds a drone to counter that Deso. Didn't get the deploy off in the first round. Second drone might be coming into play here for that Deso. No sentry guns available for Kwos, not yet. He's building an IC, so no sentry guns ready. And Kwos are getting pretty demolished here. 18 rhinos to 4, but he's slowly making it even here. Fodder available. He should be pulling in the fodder here, but he pulls back. Double drone from Gaoke available as well. He pulls him out of forward as fodder. And now the drones can come in, and both rhinos do get droned. IC is up. War Factory goes down. Gaoke still pulling ahead here. About twice as many rhinos as Kwos does, but Gaoke, can he commit further? He's taking out War Factories left, right, and center here. And another drone comes out for the Deso. Sentry gun is out as well. It does take out that drone. Kwos still wanting to use those Desos. Can he squeeze them in between here? He goes forward with the Desos. He does deploy them. Only catching a little bit of the rhinos here. Gaoke now 6 War Factories to 1, obviously after sniping so many War Factories, but Gaoke is still pushing forward. They're so dominant. And Kwos losing that first engagement probably costed him everything here. GG is being called, and Kwos pulls it. Sorry, Gaoke pulls it back 1-1. What a play there from Gaoke. Okay, bye bye scoreboard. And bye bye me. If it'll load in, there you go. Third game here between Gaoke and Kwos. So far, 1-all. So Kwos is gonna be green here. Sorry, Kwos is gonna be red. Gaoke is gonna be green. So top left, bottom right. Spots wise, not that bad. I don't think spots matter too much on divide freeze. I do have a preference for top right, however. Why? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like top right, you're able to build all the way across to the left side, right? To top left. If you're bottom left, you can't really build all the way through. There is a couple of hills in the way. If you're on top right, there's a pretty straightforward path that you can take. Micro that miner, there you go. And more often than not, players on the bottom left do move their MCV instead of going all the way, building all the way there. It might be a shorter distance as well. Might be a shorter distance actually. Of course, if you're top right, you do get the oil on the top left as well. And even if you don't build from top right to top left, you can build from your oil if it doesn't get destroyed, obviously, all the way to that gold patch. If the observer does move his camera to the top left and stay there for a while, we can see it, but I don't think we will at this stage. I hear someone knocking on my door. So War Factories out. Ooh, Gaoke and miner down. There you go. Even it out. It's quite a while there. Oh, Gaoke built his first ref on the bottom right hand side. And just sort of ignored the bottom left gem. Maybe saving it for later, who knows? Kwos hasn't gotten top left yet. Excuse me. And here comes the double drone. I think all of Gaoke's miners are on bottom right here. There is no miner for Gaoke bottom left yet. There's just 2, but none of the gems. It was body blocked by quite a bit. And Kwos looking to get that double drone, and this double drone will probably be detrimental. Gaoke might lose a miner here if he does get a double drone in. One sentry gun does go down bottom right. And a rhino in for bottom left. Double drone still alive here, nothing going on just yet. We're waiting to see where that drone comes in. In the meantime, there is 7 miners for Kwos, 6 for Gaoke, so he's a miner down. Maybe the build speed for Gaoke, just it's a little bit slow. There you go, the miner goes, the drone goes down bottom right, sorry. And the bottom left drone, I still haven't seen it yet. Might see it pretty soon. Where is that drone, Kwos? Come on, observer, find me that drone. Find me that drone. Observer. Yeah, you can't see it. Yeah, I can't. I don't have a domain account. Damn it. So a couple rhinos moving along the top here. Of course, splitting down towards the bottom right as well. That's gonna be pretty huge. Besides some miner. Lie out 3 times. Just type in exclamation point how to play. Actually, I can type in it for you, and you can just follow that video to play RE2. So even the miners now, I don't think Kwos did manage to snipe a miner down towards the bottom right, but Gaoke does take out that oil down top left, which was pretty ignored by Kwos. So Kwos is gonna have to build, which he already is building. That's the advantage of being top right. If your oil goes down, it's not the worst thing in the world. Just stick with your MCV, or more often than not, you're always building towards top left anyway. When it comes to Gaoke again, sentry gun is ready for Kwos. He hasn't planted it. There you go, down it goes. That does push Gaoke back a little bit, but Kwos is not going to overcommit to that. More reinforcements coming in from Gaoke while Kwos is pushing down towards bottom right. Gaoke kind of putting everything down towards his top left pusher. He does out-tank and he can definitely take that fight, but he needs a micro because Kwos does have a bit of fodder. Meanwhile, Kwos down towards the bottom right here. Rhinos in defense. Sentry guns out there. Gaoke doing a really good job in holding. Kwos already expanded all the way towards top left. And Gaoke now War Factory ahead from Kwos here. He does out-tank Kwos and out War Factory him. Kwos is a War Factory down. Eco-wise, Gaoke definitely ahead, obviously, because he does have the bottom left and bottom right gems. Meanwhile, Kwos' eco is sticking around that 1.2, 1.3 mark. He is a miner ahead though. But again, getting those gems early on, pretty big factor here for Gaoke. Pretty big factor. Observer, please. Scroll up, there you go. And Kwos moving along just nicely. The thing is, Kwos isn't hitting 0, even though his eco is not as good as Gaoke's. He's not hitting 0 and he is still out-tanked, so he's gonna have to snipe a couple rhinos here and be aware of his tank control. In comes Gaoke combining all of his forces together. There is not much fodder for Gaoke though. The miners are there. It can work as fodder for Kwos, so Gaoke has to be careful again. No sentry guns ready for Kwos as well. He needs to get one ASAP, but he might not want to. He might want to keep those rhinos flowing. Look at Gaoke now, 36 to 28 rhinos. I think the other half of that 28 is in Gaoke's base. Hasn't moved out yet. But the out-tanking, the rhino advantage of 10 rhinos here for Gaoke will definitely play a huge factor here. It does seem pretty even, but I think there might be another split going down the left side. If the observer can scroll over there. Kwos does move his MCV, but there you go, Kwos trying to thin out the tank control here. Still at 10 rhino lead here. Gaoke getting smashed. Rhino lead slowly going down. I know it's pretty even. Gaoke's tank control is horrendous around that cliff. Kwos just sitting still, and now he can move in and push all the way through. What the fuck was that, Gaoke? Absolutely horrendous tank control. Kwos was able to keep hitting Gaoke over and over again. And Gaoke with that conga line going across that bridge, across that cliffside, does cost him the game. That's gonna be 2-1 to Kwos currently. Oh, Gaoke, what a what a letdown, honestly. That was some horrible tank control from Gaoke. Gaoke thought it was controlling muscle mains. That's funny. Alright, let's go. 4th game on Path More Traveled. No, maybe I can hire individual people to make the game sounds for this. So I'll just hire like I'll get Matt to do the rhino sounds for Kwos. I'll get Kane to do the rhino sounds for Gaoke. I don't know what the fuck that sound was, but you know that kind of thing. Because we don't have any game sounds. The Connies, we can get Tien to do a Russian accent on the Connies, on conscripts. You gotta make it work somehow. Some meat and see what.
这个图我都没赢过。
这个图最后要直接出坦克的。
对呀，我就出坦克呀。
那就。
Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking about. I don't understand Mandarin. I didn't take Mandarin classes as I should. Fucking. Ugh. Never mind. Never mind, but we are on Path More Travel here. Kwos on the right side with a lead. There is NGE by the way. So. Yeah, there is NGE. The Chinese players do go full on hardcore here. No NGE is turned off, and multi-engineer is turned off as well. So you can NG and you can eat engineers there. So let's see about that. So different in opening here. Kwos going with Gaoke going with a double wall factory opening. Kwos going for a second ref first. To play sound, not the worst thing ever. I think Kwos, I think Gaoke on the left side there will be making a miner from that top left wall factory, and he absolutely does. There you go. While Kwos goes for another ref instead. That does mean that Gaoke will have more effective miners. He'll have 4 miners and gems pretty quickly here. Kwos on the other hand, he will get a couple miners and gems, but I think it will be a wall factory late. That way Gaoke will get that double wall factory production a lot earlier than Kwos can, and because you're on gems as well, you can support the eco going double wall factory early in the game. Another thing to note there, Gaoke does not have his power drop yet. Kwos does have his power drop, and the first power drop does go into the middle. He is going to take that mid control. He does have a 4th wall factory. Gaoke only has a sentry gun. This is good from Kwos. I like this sort of mid control and mid hold here. If it does continue building towards the middle, we might even see some tech. But it seems to be pushing forward here. Double sentry gun, and the fodder from Gaoke does take out the power drop, and Gaoke finally takes his power drop as well. Ooh, triple wall for Kwos, double for Gaoke. Gaoke's a miner ahead. Eco is doing a lot better on Gaoke's end. Kwos with a 2 rhino lead, not the biggest lead there, but look, you see how he's trying to get some refineries in mid, some war factories as well, get some more established mid control a lot better. That's the main thing that's going to be happening here, because if he does control that mid side, he won't be. Yes, Nick, it is sponsored by the Chinese community. They invited 3 of us over, and the 3 of us were Marko, Latov, and one more guy. That one more guy was held by qualifiers, which I invited Jean, Tim, Qian, and Kwos. But then Latov hopped out. He didn't want to play with the lag, so Legend replaced him, and Kwos won the entire qualifier. So Marko, Legend, and Kwos. Okay, so Gaoke does regain some sort of mid control there. Rhino's pretty even, but Gaoke War Factory ahead. Same minus as well, but Kwos is broke. You don't like to see that. Broke means that you won't be producing any units. And because of that, Gaoke does get back that Rhino lead, so he is not in the deficit. And he will be able to make a move towards those jams as Kwos really nice Deso moves there. It's gonna zone out a lot of the map for Gaoke. And looks like Kwos is going on tech here. He does put that radar, the lab is on the way. He does have a Deso now, so he can push back the transmit if he needs to and hide behind those sentry guns in case a drone comes nearby. The drone goes into one of the Kwos' rhinos. Does he see it? Oh no, it died. Look at the war factory difference now. Kwos is on 3 war factories and Gaoke is on 5, so the rhino lead does go back to his Gaoke, but if the trend follows suit, Gaoke's tank control has not been the best out there, considering how he lost a fight when he had a 10 rhino lead on Divide Freeze. But I think the main reason why Kwos is down a couple rhinos is because of that move, that tech move. He decided to go tech, and he does have that IC on the way. He will get an IC a lot earlier, and he does have a Kirov now, so he can do some damage onto Gaoke if he needs to. Deso gets deployed there. And the IC is now up and ready in 5 minutes in-game timing. Gaoke looking to get rid of that power, but Kwos needs to be careful with that tank control though. And look at that, Deso moving down towards bottom. Deso moving down towards bottom. That's a huge bait, and the Kwos is coming in, so that's going to be good fodder for Gaoke, for Kwos, sorry, and the rhino lead for Gaoke goes down. But Kwos, does he have enough to deal with this? I do not think so. The lab gets so he is still broke. No sentry guns available for Kwos. He does have one available, but he does not put it down. Looks like making that Kirov is all the difference here. Kwos sacrificing the rhinos for that Kirov. Gaoke now going for that MCV, but a little bit of a commitment here. He does get out the elite right at the end. And Kwos has 2 rhinos left remaining. The elite is still there. Kwos does have 2k in the bank. Does he have enough rhinos though? He has 2 more factories left. Padrock comes in for Gaoke. Should be making a couple of drones here. We're not seeing any drones from Kwos at all. There's the elite that's pretty pesky, and the Padrock comes in. Gaoke now coming for split. Elite down towards the bottom. Sentry comes out. The elite should be going down, but it does not. Kwos still wanted to get rid of the elite, and now the elite goes down. But the IC is now getting hit. 20 seconds left. Will the IC survive? Gaoke bringing in the flankers so to take care of the power. But it looks to be Gaoke's game here. Kwos still holding on. Gaoke is still committing very heavily to this. But I don't see how Kwos can get out of this alive. He's left with 2 more factories. However, Gaoke did... I think he moved his MCV top actually. He didn't sell it. No, as a disconnect comes in. Oh dear. Okay, healing goes on. The flag is doing a lot. The flag is doing a lot of damage, but there you go. In comes the reinforcements from Gaoke. 11 rhinos to 3. I don't think Kwos will be getting out of this one anytime soon. MCV is gonna go down. Hides behind the final sentry gun, but this should be GG. Gaoke almost overcommitted there. Almost, very almost. But he does not falter. Oh shit, didn't see nothing. Oh shit, you didn't see nothing. Kappa. Okay. 5th game. And it's pretty even, pretty decent. And amazing gameplay so far from both of them. What, you only just realized? Woody does play in the tournament, yeah, but he's not playing currently. Why is change play colors every time? I don't know. That's how they work. Does it really matter? I mean, I guess it does matter. It does help. But I think because colors spawn with spots, right? So certain colors always spawn together. And at this stage, I think it doesn't matter. I think to sort of counteract that, the Chinese community just randomizes every time, so just make it a lot easier. They counteract it by using the score, but it's kind of a little bit hard to keep track. You're gonna have to keep looking on top instead of knowing that someone is constantly this color. Anyway, Jungle of Vietnam, top left against bottom right. Kwos is steel, starting on top right, and Gaoke down bottom left. Gaoke is still putting up huge fights. A huge fight. If I run it, I know who are the smartest people on earth just by the writing system they use. Whoa, are you saying that just because someone types in a certain language that they're not smart? Boo. Boo. Yeah, Moontree is retired. He retired long ago. I believe from the conversation that I have, not with him, but with other players from the Chinese scene, he hates playing against Woody. And he is not interested in any sort of show match or tournament. He just plays for fun now, basically. If he does play, I haven't seen him play in a very long time. And if I do see him play, it's probably on some 140 pixel stream or YouTube video with a small ass screen resolution that I can't see half of the map with. I just realized you can't see the IC timer down towards the bottom right. Sorry. I don't know how to counteract that. I'm not gonna put away my overlay. You don't have to deal with it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So it's top left from Kwos here. -7 for Kwos. The one gets droned. Who is that? That's Gaoke. So one miner gets droned. Kwos goes on with the thing. Yeah, Gaoke himself. Goes on with that War Factory build. Is it gonna save it though? Oh, he does. He absolutely does. Oh, it's really close. I'm seeing some writings as well. Optimize the full power of your visual system. Then sure, yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean. That was just me, man. So again, Kwos a miner ahead. Even War Factories. Gaoke putting on some pressure here. Almost got one drone. Oh, a miner. A drone, sorry. This minus spread here does get drone. Gaoke down towards the bottom left. Should have a service depot ready, but Kwos touches down on the first level much earlier than Gaoke does. So he will get that miner down on gems, but Kwos being the bottom left player, being the left-sided player, Gaoke will have an easier time going towards those middle gems. Horrible map making, right? Yep. Oh, and of course because the orientation of the building matters as well. So Gaoke evening up the miner count there. Never mind, Kwos has gotten his miner up. And run number's pretty even. War Factory's pretty even as well. Kwos clearing some room. I think a fight might happen in middle here if both players do come from mid. Seems like Gaoke is slowly building towards top. He does bring a couple of rhinos for the drone. Is there a drone? Kwos carrying down towards bottom right as well. Does get a drone in. Oh, Kwos had that drone ready. Gaoke in the nick of time spotted that drone coming in. And he's gonna choose the base hawk there. Doesn't want to risk it, doesn't want to pull a rhino away. But both players now expanding towards their respective opposite corners. This is where the game will start to go slowly into tech. They're on 5-4 was Gaoke. A War Factory down, Kwos a War Factory ahead. I think if Kwos does go for that 6 War Factory, that's when we'll start seeing some tech from Kwos. Gaoke now getting a 5th War Factory up, but Kwos trying to push in towards the middle here. Gaoke just pushing that away slightly. There's a split happening down towards top left and bottom as well if the observer does see it. Observer. Rhinos on bottom, rhinos on top. Observer, please. Observer, please. Observer. Oh dear. The second miner was droned on top left there. And Kwos pulls down 2 miners from top right to bottom right for the gems. And the splits do go down. Gaoke not mining gems yet because he doesn't have efficient miners on gems. But the Rhino numbers are pretty even here. Both players have expanded. Clearing some space with some tank control here. Gaoke is, and Kwos should definitely do the same as well. This map especially is very annoying to deal with tank control. Kwos just holds those miners there before they go all the way back to dump. And does get a ref from it. Sells his warfare, sells his MCV, okay. What's this going on a bunch of broke? So I can see why he would sell his MCV, but does Gaoke sell his? No, he moves. He still has his available. This is where I think the game will start to turn the tides. For a little bit. Oh, huge engagement down into the middle. Kwos does have a Rhino advantage. Rhino numbers go slowly going down. Kwos in the lead here. Fodder coming in for Kwos as well. Gaoke slowly, just surely going down there. Kwos not letting Gaoke retreat in any sense of form, shape, way, or form. He's pushing all the way through here. Gaoke in shambles. Looks like the eco boost from that MCB cell did do the trick, but I think it's more of Gaoke's tank control that let him down. They were even on Rhino numbers, but Gaoke's tail end of Rhinos was not in the fight, and the game goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and Kwos takes the lead once again here, 3-2. Right, here's the thing, right? If we do get a proper team to come and work on a client, the 3 things I'll immediately ask for is observer mode in QM. So you can choose to follow a player and observe any games that they're seeing. 2, observer mode for custom games like the one seen in Rambo. And 3, just I think a unranked or bypassing the point filter on QM, yeah. So instant match instead of quick match. So quick match, we have it ranked and unranked. So unranked, you can match anyone. Ranked, you will match people of the same point. No. It's hard because the people that we have working on CNC are volunteers, right? They have their own lives. They can't be working on it 100%. So that's definitely something that people should understand. Rambo play, I think they're not working they're not working with volunteers, they are working with an actual company, I think, that made the entire client, and that's why the Rambo play is so good. I think CNCnet was made by volunteers, people who love the game, people who put in effort in their own time for the game, so that's different. Which is why I'm sort of pushing for like hiring a team, crowdfunding, and getting a team to actually work for CNCnet 100%. Just so that the client can be a lot better. You know, the client is definitely outdated and needs some improvements, which I think a proper team can probably do a lot better than a volunteers can, because they might be busy. Not saying that I'm not grateful for the volunteers. We are of course extremely grateful for Berg, Thompson, Rampa, Devo, and all those guys. I know it does help to get a proper qualified team for this. Not saying our volunteers are qualified, by the way. I should stop shitting on the volunteers. Oh dear. Okay, City of the Siege. Kwos, teal, down bottom left. Drone, flak, coming in. Oh? Oh, Gaoke? Ooh. Is he stealing a new RA2? No, definitely not. CW Miller, fuck Miller, man. You know, I had a pretty decent conversation with him. We did trash talk quite a bit on Discord a while ago. He beat me in one game because he injured me. Yeah, and the security upgrade too, Monique. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the number one thing that we're gonna look at. And email logins, god damn it. Okay, anyways, City of the Siege, Gaoke going straight 0. 2 minus for Gaoke, 3 for Kwos, and look at Gaoke going all the way in. Is Sentry gonna for Kwos to defend? Is he gonna go for the MTV? I'm not sure whether that's the best dive in there. He's gonna have to micro to get rid of Kwos's stuff, but I'm not sure what that was from Gaoke. Absolutely throwing away 3 rhinos there. The drone flag did not get in. You want Andy? Oh yikes. Everyone loses to Miller, man. Everyone loses to Miller. Even Legend, even Andy, even Marko. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was from Gaoke. Kwos is going for tech. Gaoke is still going for another ref here. I think he did try to go 0 to sort of rush into Kwos, but there was that drone flag from Kwos, which does mean that the rush sort of swatted there. And didn't work out that well. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Goddamn root beer. Oh my god, Gaoke, what is this play? He sold his MCV, no tech at all. Kwos. He's on 3 war factories though. So he's gonna be pumping out rhinos pretty quickly. Kwos is on 1 single war factory. He is going on tech. IC is currently being built. The thing is, if Gaoke pushes in now and tries to get rid of that IC, he will not have anything to protect him with. And the rhino advantage isn't that huge. And Gaoke bringing a miner in as well? What? What is this player from Gaoke? It's kind of a Mikos level shit here. The miner will do well against those Desos. But look at Kwos here. The Deso does get pops. And even more Desos will get popped here. That's gonna be huge. The IC is on the other side, however. Kwos doing a great job with his Desos. And look at Gaoke's rhinos, all of them smoking. Kwos gonna conga line his way in now, and this should be a GG for Kwos. What the hell was that, Gaoke? Throwing away 3 rounds at the start and then selling his MCV. Going What was that player from Gaoke? What? It's gonna be 4-2 to Kwos now, and that's it. Match point. Kwos wins 4-2. Unseen under siege as well. Gaoke just kind of went all the way in there. Kind of fucked it up for himself.